Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? It's Taco Tuesday up in this bad boy. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. It's Tuesday night. We're back at it like we're mad at it, man. It's time to run one with your guys. With that being said, we got our full complement tonight. We got them coming in from the NFC South. They coming off a victory. Still looking kind of bad. But hey, what's up, Uncle?
Hey, it was it for me, bro. Like, I was freaking done after that, man. I love the intro, man. I love it. I think Taco Tuesday does something for you, man. I'll tell you, I don't know what it is, but hey, this dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And we kicking it on this Tuesday, man. The Sports Chatter Show, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in our group, Sports Talk with Friends. Shit, we might be talking about some of our members. But hey, before we get this show started, we got to bring on our fellow Bostonian from the home of the Boston Globe. Let's get to it, man. What's that?
What's going on? So make us a lot, fellas. What's going on with y'all, man? You know? How's it going today, man? You know?
Hey, man, you see it's going great, man. You see, it's Taco Tuesday. The twinkle is in Coach Lee's eyes, man. I'm telling you. So, how's it going on your end?
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait till after the show's over.
Oh, what you got up after the show? Tacos, or you just going watch?
I'm about to get some tacos now. About to get some tacos. You know what I'm saying? I ordered the kids pizza. You know, I didn't eat none. So now I'm gonna go to tacos, man. I'm gonna spend more money today, man.
Okay. Well, since it's Taco Tuesday, which one you like, Coach Lee? The El Pastor, fajita? You know, because down in Texas, it's a thing, man. You know, like when I was in New Orleans, a taco was just ground beef. Out here, there's so many different types of tacos. I never knew that. So which one is your favorite before we get this show started, Coach Lee?
Me, I rock with the chicken. If I'm feeling antsy, I got to give me some of that fajita, man. Family like the barbacoa. You know how it is.
Yeah, that barbacoa. That's fair. All right. So corn or flour? Which type of tortilla?
Depending on what I'm eating. If I'm eating breakfast, it's got to be flour. But if I'm eating dinner or lunch, it's got to be with the corn, man. If it's some straight
I like how you roll. Look, them corn is like bite size. Just put them all in your mouth. Yeah. How about you? Y'all don't even much eat real tacos out there in Boston.
No. I get it in with the tacos. Like, I mean, you're right. A lot of people don't really go to that wave, but I've lived next to a lot of Latinos. Shout out to the Latino community getting me in. You know what I'm saying? So definitely in that. And had a long stint at Qdoba. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the tacos and all that stuff, you know, just like it used to be a part of life for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
You know, funny, did you say a stint? He said he did a long stint. Like, it's Alcatraz.
I still got, I got Qdoba cards for free, entrees, if anybody want one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to call you Hustle Man from the block. Last time, man, you had, who that was? Jalen Smith autographs. Now you got the Qdoba discounts, man. Like, hey, what's tomorrow?
I got it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need, man. Light bulbs, got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Boxes for your goods. I got y'all.
Nice. All right, so let's get this thing started. So what we got up today, Coach Lee?
Hey, before we jump it, I appreciate you, Chris, a resident Bengals fan. Say I'm his new homeboy. All right, we can rock with that.
Hey, you know what? Shout out to him.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, shout out to the Bengals. They look pretty good this Sunday.
They did. Even though I picked them to lose, but I rocked with Chase. I rocked with Burrow. They look good, man. They not the same old Bengals no more.
Nah, they still the same old Bengals. They lost. But, I mean, they hot right now. But, yeah, they look pretty good.
You got to hit those field goals.
Exactly.
So the Braves tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 7th.
I just picked the Brewers live. I just took a live bet on the Brewers.
Okay. Third topic of the night. How can we be the Sports Chatter Show and we don't talk about the hottest topic in sports right now? And this involves that damn fool Chucky, man.
Damn. Chucky.
The real Chucky?
Well, he might be. I don't know these days, man.
He may just became Chucky old.
He definitely got cut up.
A clone Chucky running around these streets.
Let's see here.
What a strand, man. So, man, as we know, man, Urban Meyer was the top of the discussion. John Gruden says, hey, hold my beer. As some lingering emails from the pending investigation into the Washington football team scandal.
Remember we talked about that?
Yes,
it was odd that they hit his house, his workplace, and his business.
Yeah.
Definitely
did. We spoke on that, man. We definitely did talk about that. We did speak that there may be more information to come. We just didn't know it would come from another team, another base. And what this does now is open another can of worms, potentially.
Potentially, yes. I mean, of course, because, one thing that, like you got to look at it. It went from the trainer to the head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like this, whatever they found just took out the head coach of a team that had a commitment towards him. They had a 10-year commitment towards John Gruden.
Absolutely. Definitely. He definitely did have a commitment in terms of that. The messages. So,
what'd you say?
Said the messages, and we talked about this last night, me and Coach after our show last night, and spoke on it. What should happen, and it's funny that as soon as we said we need to see more info comes out. Makes people's mindsets think a little differently now, unlike the day before, where a lot of people were kind of like, maybe on the fence of, the first thing that we heard, the Michelin tire comment in regards to the Morris Smith.
Now I'm gonna tell you what's funny about that. So, when you used to dealing with bullshit with stuff like that, you expect more. So that's why I put that out there. Like, hey, we did a poll whereas should John Gruden be fired for his racial remark that he made on that email? And most of the people in there said no. And it's funny. It's become acceptable for us to be racially insulted. That, like we don't even care about that. So we were willing to just overlook the fact that, this guy has, hopefully he has black friends. He has people with big lip friends. He's definitely coached those guys. But everyone was willing to look over that. But when there's more stuff about Roger Goodell, now it's okay. It's like, hey, let's fire him. Let's get rid of him. It's time to cut ties. So that's what I found, strikingly odd.
Yeah, It was odd. It was odd to me too. It was very odd to me. And then the whole blur 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying, which goes into in those 10 years, and you made another.
Welcome back. Hold on. Welcome back. You know, I thought you was backstage eating.
Came up to us like, what comes unnoticed? What comes unnoticed, and what else is unnoticed in the last 4 years, even the last 10 years, even down to the day that they got the emails? What the hell was going on?
Sir, I'm gonna say this. You know, I'm an IT guy. The problem is, you know, we're looking at that. How that was sitting on the server? Problem number one. You know, they should have had web sensing. That should have been filtered out. You know, so the fact that was just sitting on their server, and the fact that they knew it was sitting on their server, they've been had that play in their hand. It's nothing new.
It's funny too with these mails. You would think that people in that professional setting would be deleting emails, or like you said, you know, have them on, you know, a deleting spree where they're deleting and things like that. And
but you really can't delete an email. You cannot. If you hit delete from out of your workstation, it's still on their server. That's why you should not be sending that on a work server, period, because they can pull it.
Absolutely. And you got to keep it real. He got lazy and sloppy because, as we know, he was like,
sit back there giggling. What's going on, man? You talking to us like you pop it on the screen?
First off, not saying it's right, but you gonna talk smack about anybody in that type of setting? You never put it in print. You never have evidence. You said verbally. You get your point across, and you keep it moving. Secondly, I ain't surprised at all. I always thought, and I put this in the group a couple of times today, I always thought John Gruden tried too hard for me. He tried too hard to connect with the younger players, to try to be hip. That's a dead giveaway to me of you compensating for something. Third thing is, man, I think he just tipped the iceberg. Who else is about to get ready to go down? If he felt comfortable enough to send that to another NFL executive, that means that was common practice within the NFL organization as itself. That's that backroom stuff we've always heard about, but now we got proof of it.
Exactly. You know, and like, you know, to your point, that was some great points. Like, you know, so when you get that high up, to keep it 100, all of them really talk like that. You know, like, you know, most of them talk like that. You know, and the fact of the matter is that he freely spoke on that. He sent that to someone. And what did they send back? So, you know, what's surprising, you know what I'm happy about is that, you know, he was a fall guy. Like, you don't really see this you don't see this happen too often. To whereas a head coach that's not of color that gets that becomes a fall guy, because that's all he is. He's the fall guy. Because the point of the matter, I keep saying that the Raiders organization, they were locked in. They were hunkered in 10 years on him. So, yes, they did a background check. They did a character check. People vouched for him just like they vouched for Urban Meyer. So, you know, they knew all that stuff was there. They overlooked that. So now it's coming, like you say, now it's coming back up to haunt them. So how far does it go up?
Goes all the way up. It goes all the way up. Now we got Daniel Snyder and the Washington football team going to get another crack at another investigation. And the funny thing about this is that the whole Raiders organization is just a whole fucking mess. You got to think about it. You hire a coach with this history. Your quarterback and Derek Carr goes out there and he plays hard. But once upon a time, Derek Carr, nobody sat good with him. His offensive line didn't sit with him because he wanted to pray in the locker room. I don't know if you remember that the night that he got hurt. They didn't protect him that night. Mm-hmm. He got hurt. The Davises, great guys. Rest in peace to the late great. But when you got your children start running shit, it's not good.
That's how legacies. That's how kingdoms are built through their kids. That's how it works. So let's get some of these comments up. Because Coach Lee, you just cracking up. I can't see these comments. Let's get these comments up.
I understand
Chris here
that.
clowning, man.
At the same time, stuff like this happens. They're not alert. They're not as alert as mother or father who was running it before. That's one gene that they don't have.
What make sure I'm following. What are you saying?
Okay, so I heard in multiple interviews yesterday that if Al Davis was alive, that type of stuff, he would have sniffed that. You know what I'm saying?
That stuff is there. I'm listening. What makes you think he sniffed it? Because old people back in those days spoke freely. They spoke like cowboys. What my thing is that the Raiders organization, that's a historic franchise. So that means the Robert Kraft, all these owners picking up the phones, answering, talking to these guys. That's not like the new franchises like the Houston Texans.
Which makes to my point too.
So to me, this is becoming a standard.
Jerry Jones, when people bash Jerry Jones about being the owner and the coach and everything, I'm happy with that. Because at least you know what's consistent in there. When you got daughter and son trying to run shit, and daughter and son don't know this shit like this happens.
Lakers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like this happens. Like, I'm being real. Shit like this happens. The Lakers, all that shit, it happens. This guy,
but listen what you're saying. Look, what you just said. It happens. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how dynasties start. They want to keep their money in the family. Yes, this happens, and it goes away.
Well, unfortunately, this ain't going away.
What makes you think it won't?
This
makes you think it got the head coach? These people protected. So you think that it's gonna go all the way up to the owners?
It's gonna go up, and depending on these emails, absolutely.
Hey,
depending on
they got the one dude in Carolina.
Who?
Hold on, Robbie Rivera and all them. Oh, yeah, it's about to be a party over here.
Wait. Where at in Carolina?
The previous owner, not the guy that owns the team now, but the guy before that. I think the guy that owned the restaurants or whatever. Wait,
you talking about for the Raiders?
No. The guy for Carolina. We talking about that it can't go up high to the owners.
So we're talking about the Carolina Panthers, right?
Yes.
That was a new franchise, right? True. So right, I'm listening. I just want to put that out there before I make a point.
I see your point. So if Jared come out and he don't say some choice words, you don't think he'll get kicked out the league?
Who, Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
Hell no. Jerry Jones did some suspect stuff. Jerry Jones got on camera and said, my team better not kneel. And did the team kneel?
That's true.
Hey, that's why I say I'd rather have consistent as Jerry Jones.
I like Jerry, man. You can't tell me no more about Jerry, man. I don't care about the team, but I know about Jerry.
We see you, Chris.
It's crazy, but dude, Gruden, y'all, the LBTD community.
Oh my Lord! Hey, we gotta take a quick break and do that. That's the stuff
crazy,
that got that's the stuff. Hell no! See, that's the stuff that I'm talking about right now.
He's wild.
That's what got John Gruden fired, right there.
How can you? No. How can you talk about everything in the book, bro? How? Like, that's a disaster, bro. If somebody
I put you on mute. I see you listening, but I put you on mute. I'm waiting. You gotta keep talking.
Shout out to everybody. I love everybody. Kaepernick, love everybody.
You had them people in our inbox.
Hey man, what man? In the inbox, they'll have StreamYard canceled. They'll have us canceled. Hell no, man.
Well, hey, let's look at some of these comments from the group, man. So this is from yours truly, Uncle Leroy Jr. Oh, wow. John Gruden spoke poorly on Roger Goodell's family and much more. The bad part is how long this went unnoticed. Facts. But the first comment had me rolling at work today. Everybody say that about Goodell. He just the only one to put it in the email that was found in an investigation.
Yeah.
That's his fault, man. But see, that kind of shows some of his arrogance. John Gruden has always come across as arrogant to me.
That always is bravado. I put that in there. Yes, he's always had a loud bravado.
And it's finally come back to bust him upside the head.
Like I said, he's the fall guy. You know, this is what I'm saying. Like that dude, that man's protected. That's why he speaks like that, because he, like right now, he got a Super Bowl team that he didn't create. He's like, what did this man do to get a 10-year, $100 million contract? He's able to do that because he can. Like, that's what he's doing that for. Like, you know, he's a fall guy. That's all I think.
Gruden was a fraud when he took the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl. We all know that was Tony Dungy's team.
And didn't acknowledge him at all.
Didn't acknowledge that. Even Steve Kerr acknowledged what Mark Jackson had did there, before him.
Thank you. He was fraud. He was fraud at that point, and I seen the play. That's why I'm like, yeah. I mean, now he's stupid enough to do it. I'm pretty sure you check all of them, because when they get free like that, they talk like that. Man, that man. Listen, that man's $100 million man. Come on, that man he's used to talking like that. But yeah, he's the first person who was foolish enough to get his emails pulled.
Ruru says things that Gruden says should have been talked about to one guy verbally. You don't vent on the email.
You don't vent on the email. Absolutely. They ain't looking for that. That's tea.
You don't vent on an email, but the thing is why are we thinking he's venting?
He's venting.
It sounds like locker room talk to me.
That's what I'm saying. He's not venting. Like, who vents? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, that's email etiquette. You're going, this guy knows how to play the game. He's front office. He's leadership. He's in the leadership role of that organization, of multiple organizations. He was in the ESPN analyst. He wasn't venting to who?
True that.
I mean,
he was talking. Because, hey, honestly, I thought, the shit about the lips in the Mitchell and Tower was kind of funny. I mean, it was corny, but I mean, but it wasn't something that'll make me like won't come walk up to his cube, walk up to his office. Nah. So like at that point, I'm like, this is what you do with Joseph.
I mean, things that they wanted to change in the organization. Once he started going negative on that it was kind of a wrap after that. It was like, dude, like what? What?
So I got a question for you. Actually, two. One, who do you think is actually behind the leak of the emails?
I think it's linked to the trainer.
Okay.
And one thing is like, you cannot just go in and get their service. Like the guy wasn't sending these emails on Google. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they had to go and subpoena and get a warrant to Google to get that. This was an entity. This was an organization. So these organizations had checks in place. So, someone had to let him in.
Second part of the question.
I'm going to be real with you.
All this time, people thought Keyshawn was talking outside of his neck. They thought Antonio Brown was talking outside of his neck. They both look vindicated today. They was trying to tell people what was really going on there.
I'm gonna be real with you. The answer to your first question, I think one or three people could have did this, and I'm just being funny here, but y'all can think be true. Derek Carr, because John Gruden was building a house next to Derek Carr.
How would he get access to it? That's funny.
No, because it is funny because you got to realize it's either been to me, it's either Derek Carr or John Gruden. I don't think Derek Carr would have lasted another year in Las Vegas. So ultimately, it would have to have been Derek Carr or John Gruden. That's funny. It's just being funny. I'm just being like, or Keyshawn. Could have been Keyshawn. Keyshawn on TV. He on all the channels all day today and all this week talking his statement. He off the little side ESPN shows. He on mainstream because he had problems with Gruden. Oh, yeah.
He actually said he's just always been a fraud to me, talking about Keyshawn.
Yep.
From day one, he's been a used car salesman and people bought it.
If you hate somebody that much like that, I wouldn't even put it past if he said something. Real talk.
I'm gonna tell you a post I seen there. Shout out to my guy Kai Robinson, man. He shared a post. I think of maybe another, either another, it had to be another former NFL player. He was like, the NFL is dirty, but the NFL does us dirty, but makes us pay a contract, whereas we can't say something. So, and I felt that was fitting for right now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, just like all our jobs. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff. And shout out to Dante Jones. He was former linebacker for the Chicago Bears. He posted in the group. He was like, you know, the Washington Redskins ran a frat house.
They had a little chocolate out the other cabinet.
Rewind. Play. The Washington Redskins ran a frat house. So, I mean, you know.
Cheerleaders?
Huh?
The topless cheerleaders. You heard about the other emails swirling around?
Yep.
They had all the Washington cheerleaders on vacation and basically making them, you know, pop that booty and all that.
Wow.
Boy, he gonna get us shut down.
Dog, this is crazy, man. John Gruden.
Hey, shout out to Chris. Hey, I'm getting them tacos. They get ready right now.
He canceled himself, man. He canceled himself. I'm enough of it. I'm done talking about him. You know why? He don't deserve to be talked about.
He gonna ride off into obscurity. The Buccaneers already took him out of their ring of honor today.
Yes, and I'm glad. I'm glad because once again, you know, that was John Gruden's star of fame. That was his way to fame right there. You know, and once again, look at that play. Like everyone's saying, like, hey, you know, it was John Gruden that took them to the Super Bowl. How? No, that wasn't his team. So they removed Tony Dungy. Tony Dungy goes away, and then this guy just puts in place of a Super Bowl caliber team. Come on now. So I mean, hey, if it was dirt over there, it was gonna be dirt over here. So he gets what he deserves.
That's true. Well, like Tu said, that's enough about John Gruden. We're going to take our first quick break. We'll be back in about 15, 20. Be back shortly, folks, just like that.
What's up, guys? It's Mike Larimore here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to STWF Media for all of the love and the positivity they've been sending my way recently. We partnered up, you know what I'm saying? I just like the energy the guys bring over there. So any sports talk, you want to talk football, you want to talk baseball, they might even talk bowling if you're interested. Boxing, whatever your thing is, man, go check them out. There's a lot of great coverage over there. Again, it's nothing but positive energy from these guys. Go check them out. Peace.
Back up in this bad boy, fellas. So, next topic of the night might get your blood going a little bit. I already got mine going. And then we gonna call this the way too early Super Bowl picks.
Uh-oh.
This goes to a post. Shout out to my man, who is this? Dedrick West.
Shout out.
Super Bowl predictions. With a quarter of the season out the way, who's your Super Bowl picks as of now? He's saying Cowboys and Ravens. So
you know he was cloud chasing on that one.
Yeah.
And I immediately jumped on top of that. Talk about the Cowboys.
Bruh.
Back in the day, they used to be the Saints on them posts.
Ooh, man.
Hey, nobody asked you that.
Let me say. Interested, man. You know, it's October. You know, getting cold outside. If you gave me a prediction right now, I mean, of course you got to be biased, you know. But I'm not going to go Ravens on the other side. Me personally, I always want different teams in the Super Bowl. We don't usually get that in the last, you know, generation. I mean, the last couple of decades, because Tom's been in the league. But I always like to see new teams in the Super Bowl. So Cowboys and Bills will be interesting to me just because of how they're molded right now.
You
So
see
chapter
mine on
3?
post.
Huh?
What'd you say?
Chapter 3, Cowboys and Bills.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that would be ideal to me. The Cowboys, offensive line is going to continue to grow. We still got injuries, suspensions, and the Bills' defense front four pretty good. The fact that they only blitzed once the other night is outstanding. And you talk about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Well, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
The defense is very good. I honestly think nobody's fucking with our offense. That's being me. Let's be real. Nobody's messing with our offense. If our offense continues to go up, nobody in the NFL, you can stop us for a possession, you can stop us for a quarter, hey, you can stop us for 3 quarters, but you better stop us for all 4 because
I'm liking this confidence.
Yeah. So no, just being real. Every single thing I've said coming into weeks for the Cowboys has been just about on the money. You know what I'm saying? I said the other day was going to be a war against the Giants. It was a war. We won the war. They bloody, mentally and physically.
So the Giants is a 1-win team.
No. The Giants are a 1-win team because of y'all. Thank you to that.
That's right. But you're the one that said that you no other team can compete with y'all. Y'all the greatest. I'm the greatest. The greatest of all time.
But we still have a division.
And a 1-win team y'all struggle with.
No.
That's what I was just saying.
Our divisional opponent is a team that should be able to contend and compete for 3 quarters. They did for 2. But like I said, our offense is too nice. And that's what happened in that game. Our offense became king in that game.
I'll get that to y'all.
Buffalo, Dallas. And the Saints can come watch from the bleachers. They can come watch us.
We're gonna be second line on waiting on y'all outside the stadium. but my picks, we got I had picked Arizona and the Bills.
Arizona Bills.
I mean, needless to say about the two, we both agree on the Bills coming out of the AFC, and Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, they're confident and they're currently undefeated. And they're in arguably the best conference in the NFL. So
not anymore.
What makes you think that?
San Francisco is not who they were coming into the season. They're riddled with injuries, and Russ is probably going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm not putting my money on Geno like that.
Yeah, I'm still not sold on him either.
He came in, he surprised me Thursday. He looked good. But then, towards the end of the game, when it counted, he looked like Geno.
What I would say, I mean, you can't go wrong, and you can't debate that long with what teams you want in. It's opinionated. You don't say we love everybody's opinion. Absolutely. The Cardinals and the Cowboys are definitely probably going to be one of the 2 teams. We like to see new faces. We disagreed on that at all. I think we all can agree on that. And when it comes to trending up, like you said, it depends. Who you think is going to trend up more as the season goes? Cowboys or the Cardinals. And the crazy thing is they play each other this season.
They do.
So hopefully those 2 teams are at good spots, because I could definitely see one of these 2 teams representing the NFC.
So the Giants has the worst. So FYI, the NFC East is the only team that has a 1-4 record team. Well, there's only one worse team. That's the NFC North. The Lions are 0-5. But just want to put that out there.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to keep it real. In terms of the flow of games, and the records do show that the Giants are 1-4, the games have, I mean, besides that beating to the Cowboys last week, they've been in games. They've been in games.
Yeah, they have been.
If you had to give me a choice of what division is probably the worst, it's the AFC South. We just said the Texans.
NFC, yeah. We said the NFC. We're talking about the NFC.
The NFC. Oh, then I'll say the North.
All right.
Say the North or the South. Ain't the East.
Chris said you picking the Jets, Uncle Leroy.
Yeah, he told me to go get something, but hey, I won.
Oh, speaking of that, Jameis is your QB for the rest of the season.
For me,
but yeah, AFC South, they have the worst record too. They are the only AFC team that's 0-5. Division has an 0-5 team.
They gonna win this week too. So everybody know.
Yeah.
So, Coach Lee, which NFC division you think is the worst?
NFC division that's the worst?
Mm-hmm.
The NFC North. And that's because I think the Bears are 3-2, but that's a hard 3-2.
Yeah, I can't even take the Bears seriously at 3-2.
You got the 0-5 Lions. They may not win again. They gonna eclipse their already NFL record going 0-16 by possibly going 0-17.
Bingo.
Minnesota.
Another night.
Kirk Cousins doing his thing, but Dalvin Cook stays injured. Jefferson's still there, but they just don't look the same. I think this might be Zimmer's last year up there.
Yeah, I agree because their play calling is bad, so they're not even looking. Yep. They're not even looking like the Minnesota Vikings of old. Wow, what
play calling haven't been the same since Norv Turner left.
Right.
All right. That's why I picked. But Buffalo, I've been rocking with Buffalo since preseason. They looked good last year. They came on. They finished strong last year. They went and got them some more weapons on offense. Got a bunch of shifty receivers. Nobody that just truly, Diggs still doing his thing, but Sanders he eclipsed Cole Beasley. Moss is doing pretty decent. The tight ends
coming
around.
About Sanders on the Fantasy Insight show.
You did. And the defense is just balling. So I can definitely see them. They went up to KC. They thumped, the Chiefs. They had to stinker to open the season against the Steelers, but it's first game of the year. We all see what the Steelers are doing right now. I think they just caught them on the day. But if I had to say, it would be Buffalo to represent the AFC, and I think whoever comes out of top on the Cardinals and the Cowboys. I think Tampa Bay's defense can be exposed.
They are. They signed Richard Sherman, and he's a top cornerback on their defense. So it shows that they're lacking.
I think the Rams are good, but I think what's my man's name? Stafford. He's still Stafford. He still shows some stuff now. They went off. They found something in the defense, but he still showed that he's suspect. On that interception he threw, I don't know what he was looking at, but that was definitely a Stafford moment.
You got to realize that when the season came about and the projections for wins came in, I think it was only like a win difference in him and Jared Goff from the year before projections.
Really?
So everybody, I don't know why media people do this. Media people say that and then say that the Rams are going to be way better than what they was. The Rams ceiling last year was the divisional round with Jared Goff. Matthew Stafford hasn't been proven in a playoff game. Last time I checked, Jared Goff won 2 playoff games.
He did. Here's my thing with Matthew Stafford.
So it's just like, to me, it's just like, is he really better than Jared Goff? Or his name is better than?
They tried to blame the defense that he had up there. It is what it is. But this dude had arguably probably the 3rd greatest wide receiver in NFL history on his team. And he did nothing with him in Megatron. Nothing. Stafford.
Wait, you talking about what? Megatron broke records.
Yeah, but they had no postseason success. You know why?
Because he's at a losing franchise. But I'm listening.
I'm not hearing that. There's
now,
a lot of
if
those
you
years.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's talk about John Kentner. Let's talk about when Barry Sanders did. What did they do?
We're talking about
that's a losing franchise. They don't know how to do it.
Franchise who were probably top 10 every year with their defense.
The franchise has never really been top 10.
Matthew Stafford probably had about 2 or 3 bad years in terms of records, but other than that, they were week by week trying to compete in the NFL. I'm not listening to that. Stafford is, like you said, it's Hollywood. That's my whole story for the Rams this season. It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. It's going to be a Hollywood story.
Stafford gives you a way better. Stafford can make all the throws. Jared Goff can't. I wasn't sold on Jared Goff coming in from Oregon. Like, I was not sold on him as being this elite QB that the league was trying to make him out to be. Stafford, yes. The reason why Megatron became Megatron, because he had a quarterback that can make the throws to him. That's all I'm going to say.
And I'm going to be real.
Radius that was out of this world,
when it comes down to playoff,
but if you didn't throw the ball to him, he wouldn't catch it. That's all I'm saying. If he couldn't get the ball to him, he wouldn't be there. That's all I'm saying.
Hutchinson could have had the same success throwing a Megatron.
What? Oh, okay. Okay.
Megatron was a beast.
But, man, we shall see. It is early. Got some good looks. The one thing I will say is, and you're going to probably be, he probably about to cringe up. The Cowboys are where they're supposed to be right now. They shouldn't have beat the Chargers, and they shouldn't have lost to the Bucs. So it washed.
Right. It works for me. Definitely.
Y'all playing good football. But once again, y'all still have McCarthy, and we still have to see y'all in December.
He's a walk-around coach, man.
Hey, all you got to do is just sit there.
No input in it. Anything going on either side of the ball.
Jerry.
Hey, Jerry told him when he came in. That's why Kellen's still here. We're running Kellen's offense. Nothing changed. Jason Garrett got out of the way with that boring-ass offense. Kellen is doing what he could have done the entire time. And they have consistency there. And
then Dan Quinn, too. I think that's your defensive guy. He's been doing a lot, too. Definitely, change.
Who called for Dan Quinn as a defense coordinator candidate? This guy. Last year,
my
the
God.
season was over.
Put a rose on your nose.
They brought Keanu O'Neal right with us. You know what
yes,
I'm saying?
Sir.
Bring them on. Bring the cattle.
But, like I said, I'm going to say one thing, because Jerry Jones, he did mention that in the all season. He was like, that time he spoke to the team, he was crying. He was like, he could have been anywhere in the world, but he was there with those guys because he believed in the product that he was putting on the field that, was a Super Bowl contender.
You know why I was crying? He said, if I'm ever going to give me another ring before I fall off this planet, I need to get my old ass out of the way and let these coaches coach and make these decisions. When they cut Jalen Smith, Jerry would have never done that in the past. Never.
He would have
so you think Jerry Jones didn't sign off on that?
Oh, he signed off on it, but it wasn't willingly.
He let Dez Bryant go willingly.
I think he let Dez Bryant go too late.
But what I'm saying is he's not afraid to leave in dead money. That's all I'm saying.
He falls in love with players.
But
a lot.
Who? Yeah, everybody knows. The players know that. If you want to get paid, you talk to Jerry. But he knew that he's got Will McClay. He's got everybody knows. He's got the coaching staff in place. They in his ear telling him, "We got this." He's never, ever. And him putting Jimmy Johnson into the Ring of Honor, that hopefully would lift this Jimmy Johnson curse.
How's it going? You apologize.
You can't get me to buy into the fact that Jerry Jones, till this day, still not being Jerry Jones. Like on one of the shows we said before, I said, when you asked me, I said that the team was satisfied with the product that was on the field. Jalen Smith wasn't on the field.
I'm be real. Jerry, if this email scandal comes around and Jerry's not one of the participants in this, I'm sold for a Super Bowl this year. Because that means another check mark of things that Jerry's clearing his name of. Jerry Jones, apologize to Jimmy Johnson.
We never thought we'd see it.
Learn your wrongs, Jerry. Guess what, Jerry? 2 quarters gonna be down with you this year, baby.
Yeah.
We going to Super Bowl. Put the ticket in now. Cowboys tickets on sale. Come through me or Coach Lee. Application still available for the Cowboys bandwagon. We'll get one to Leroy later. We'll mail one.
We ain't gonna tell nobody.
That's funny.
So we want to take a last break before we wrap it up, fellas.
Yes.
We're going to go and knock it out the park. Be back
can
by
knock it out the
15,
park.
20.
Do it.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Man, y'all ready for the finish line, fellas?
We ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, throw you a curveball here. I like your post that you put up in there earlier today, Uncle Leroy.
Oh.
Pertaining to who was the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh.
Josh Allen, Dakota Prescott, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers,
excuse me,
and Jabu Jameson.
Added by a fan.
Added. Only one that voted.
Sad. That's
But
like voting Jeremy Lin to the All-Star game.
So far, the overwhelming pick right now is Josh Allen with 32 votes.
Mm-hmm. So, Chris, he has Joe Burrow.
Okay.
He still got to play 16 games. I mean, but right now, he's playing at a high level. I'll give him that.
He is.
But y'all, yeah.
He shows a lot of promise. He showed promise last year up until the point where he got hurt. He's bounced back from that injury. He shows a lot of promise. They got to get us some help, though.
Get us some help, on line help. Because him and Jamal Chase, oh, my gosh. Them dudes, look, they like peanut butter and jelly. They like tuna fish and bread. They playing at a high level. Like, that's a very good team.
I'm not gonna even pit Joe Burrow in that discussion. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be real with you. And I mean, it's all good and dandy that him and his homie developing a NFL trade line for the years to come. But you still got talented receivers there, and I feel like they're overlooked by this glare that's going on right now. And I'm not going to say it's going to down their season because I think they still have a lot of promise this year. But I'm not going to put Joe Burrow on that list because I feel like he has to use more of his weapons to unload himself. The rest of these QBs on this list have been able to do that. I'll put Jameis on that list too. And that's sad to say. It's sad to say. But
that's everywhere. How is it you saying that because he developed a relationship and he with the true wide receiver one, he's wrong? But early in the conversation, we were talking about Megatron and Matthew Stafford.
Who was talking about Megatron and Stafford?
Well, I'm talking about tandem. You saying that Joe Burrow is not in that same conversation because of that.
No, but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. As years kept going with the Lions, what did the Lions do? The Lions got Anquan Bolden. They got other guys because he know that him and Megatron, though they glare, ain't work. But the Bengals have Tyler Boyd. The Bengals have T. Higgins. They have receivers. So
got decent tight end
all I'm saying is the wealth has to be shared. I understand Jamal Chase is a beast. You use that man every time. That man deserves his touches. But what I'm saying is when it comes down to the scheme of the football game, that can't be happening too much because then when you get to games like you're playing Green Bay, where's Jamar Chase at during the time of the last 5 minutes of the game? That shit like that. Now, if you're thinking of going to all the receivers, then you don't have that problem. The Bengals win that game the other day, I think. That's me.
Packers and Green Bay Packers last game. Adams had the most receptions, the most yards, the most targets, the most looks, the most touchdowns. To me, what makes a quarterback great is the ability to make a true wide receiver one. Because at the end of the day, like I've said before, the quarterback makes the receiver. That's it. If the quarterback doesn't like that receiver, he can throw somewhere else. So at the end of the day, he's making Jamar Chase a true number one. That guess what? In the offseason, they thought that they couldn't even catch the ball. They had no type of continuity. Now this man is putting up numbers with D. Hopkins, with some of the greats. So, yes, I will put Joe Burrow in there because he has the ability to make a true number one because every team should have a true number one wide receiver. Unless you're the Dallas Cowboys where your whole wide receiving core is made up of wide receiver ones. But, once again, who is Dak Prescott making his go-to guy?
But this is the thing you're not getting. We order a scheme. We're in an era where we have Tom Brady as the top QB in the league. And what does Tom Brady do? He uses all his guns. So you use all your guns.
All his guns?
You're going to have a number one. You're going to have a number two. You have a number three.
He was
use all your guns.
Gronkowski has the most touchdowns.
But no namers were getting the rock. No namers were touching the rock. The scheme and the difference was different every week. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I guess Carson Wentz should be put in that same category, right? Because I knew absolutely none of his receivers.
I know Mike Pittman, and I know that Carson Wentz was using his receivers last night.
But we're talking about the fact of spreading the wealth.
They were using their receivers last night. That's all I can tell you.
All right.
Joe Burrow's nice, but I feel like early you get him situated. You got Jamar Chase already in the game. It's now the time to get those rest of the receivers in the game before they start feeling a certain way at the end of the season. Because receivers, they're divas.
Agreed. But so what you think about that, Coach Lee?
I think as far as Joe Burrow, we talked about earlier, he needs to get the line up on him. He's got the weapons there. I watched that game Thursday night. He performed well. Not Thursday night, but on Sunday. Last Thursday, the game I watched, but Sunday's game, he's been putting up big numbers with them, man. They just got to get him some help.
Facts. So who's your best quarterback right now?
Me? Who I pick?
Yeah, we want to know who you pick.
Who you think I pick?
All right, knowing you from Texas, you'll probably have to be a Texas guy. So, how many of those guys on there from Texas?
You don't think I pick Dak?
Hell no.
Now I'm real with it. I can be biased. I picked Josh Allen just because he just steady. I didn't think he showed great improvement last year. He's taking it to another level this year. His pre-snap reads are there. He's got the arm. I think he's got the best arm in the league right now. He can make all the throws. Right. The knock on him coming in was his accuracy. He squashed that. Dude's hella accurate right now. And there's more. He can run when he has to.
That part.
That's what makes him hard to defend. He can hit you with the long ball. He'll run over you. He's Taysom Hill with an arm.
That's the scary part. That's what I was hoping Taysom Hill would turn into. But, to your point, that's what Josh had. He's spreading the ball around. Everyone knows that his true wide receiver one is Stephon Diggs. But if they lock him up, he has the ability to get everyone involved, including the tight end. So, yeah, that was my pick as well, Josh Allen.
I took Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I took Justin just because, Josh is Josh. We've seen this last year. Good to improve, but I'm just going to go for the person that's on the rise. I'm going to go for the guy that I knew when he was in college he would be at this point in his career. And analytics screwed him from being the number 1 QB drafted in his draft class. And it sucks that analytics does this nowadays to people. Justin Herbert, up and down.
But finish, my fault.
No, I'm done.
I'm like with Justin Herbert because I got him. I was a big fan of Justin Herbert last season. I picked him up once I heard, got wind of the guy. But once again, just like Schultz, the tight end, this guy came in to be the backup. No one even heard of this guy. So I mean, like, it was all a dream. I mean, like, is this a fairy tale? So I can't, I'm not sold on him yet. But
you said he was who was he the backup to?
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod. To my last year, right?
Yes, sir. He didn't even know he was playing. He had no idea he was going to start within the first 2 years.
This is why. See, this is why I tried to say that before you said what you said. Analytics was the reason why Justin Herbert got the screen. Analytics, because his behavior and the way he acts off the field is the reason why he didn't get chosen. That's crazy. His talent's there. The talent's always nothing with talent reasoned him not being drafted. It was him and his IQ test. It was an IQ test, they said. That had nothing to do with football.
That has a lot to do with football.
No. The IQ test is just an analytic jump to get whoever they want in a position they want.
We've had quarterbacks past quarterbacks we've interviewed that took the test, coming from SWAC schools, coming from Ivy League schools. We know the difference. But does that make you a great QB? No, but it does put you in the talks, in the foundation with those greats. You got to have some type of way you can compare. Yes, that's needed.
And that way to compare was absolutely crazy because I put it like this. Dummies can be good football players. I don't know. Maybe yes. But Justin Herbert is definitely not one of those guys. That guy is a football player. And ain't no smarts and no book going to take that away from him and that talent on the goddamn field. And like I said, Tua was chosen before him. That's crazy, bro.
If Herbert had came out his junior year versus his senior year, he'd have been the number 1 overall pick.
Right. The analytics, dog. Oh, his behavior. Oh, the fact that that's great.
That shows it right there. He should have come out when his stock value would have been higher than what it is now. Like, he came out. This is what I'm saying. He came out not start. He got drafted not to start. So he's getting paid crap salary. So I still want to see on him. But Josh Allen, he's doing his thing.
That what's the test that they take when they're coming into the league? The Wonderlic exam.
Yeah, the Wonderlytics, right? Whatever, yeah.
The Wonderlic exam.
Yeah.
That's those exams, they use that as a basis. And you can be a knucklehead, and they will probably give you some extended time if you did well in that exam. Case in point, I did not know this until last week. Randy Gregory has scored the highest Wonderlic score out of any Cowboy player ever. Now it makes sense why they kept hanging on to him.
Yeah, because Bruce Eugene, the quarterback for Grambling, when he took that, because he came out with some top candidates out there, and he scored one of the top in that draft class on that Wonderlic score, however you pronounce that.
Got a question from Chris. He wants to know who we think the worst quarterback is right now.
If
you're talking about active, you know what? He getting activated this week. To me, the worst quarterback is David Tua.
It's Tua?
Tua. Is Tua Tagovailoa?
Huh? Yeah.
Why you say that?
To me, even when he got in there last, first off, I'm a little biased. I had Fitzpatrick last year. When they put him in there, he did decent, but then he quickly regressed. His delivery is slow. His reads are time-consuming. And I think when he was at Alabama, they just had the better talent on the field, and he just took advantage of that situation.
Right.
Everybody in the NFL got talent. From the top team to the worst team, they all get paid. But he just on the eye test, I wish him luck. But on the eye test, I'm not buying it. He said he thinks.
I'm gonna go
Trevor Lawrence.
Drew Lock. Trevor Lawrence. Drew Lock is trash.
Drew Lock the worst.
I'm sorry, he's bad.
Then
I don't say he's trash. He's professional. But he's bad.
Tua, then Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Two Gloves?
You can't say Teddy Two Gloves after you debated me down a couple of shows about Teddy Two Gloves.
Who, man? I never liked Teddy. I never liked Teddy Bridgewater ever. Never. Never been a fan.
All right.
He doesn't do enough for me.
Well, I say my is Jimmy G.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. and they only allow him to do what he does because of the money he's owed.
Exactly. Like, this guy gets hurt yearly. Every season he gets hurt. And every time he gets on the field, he throws interception, make poor decisions. Like, I don't understand.
All-star Jimmy, dog.
But when he's on, I'll give him that. But yeah, I think my worst QB right now is Jimmy G.
I'm surprised nobody said Zack Wilson.
Nah. Zack Wilson is good. He's just playing for the Jets, which is a losing organization.
Yeah, they are. They ain't did nothing really since Joe Namath was there.
Mark Sanchez.
They ain't do nothing there. Everybody was arguing. You know, it's funny because everybody was arguing, talking about, and Le'Veon Bell this. He goes to the Jets, and like I was saying, that he flopped because the Jets is a trash organization. They don't know how to win. That's it. Just like the Detroit Lions. You see that correlation? I'll put that together.
Chris Clowney says, bye to my 3 new homie boys and go black girls. Go black girls, Mr. John Gruden.
You about to go get him one tonight.
Hey, he $100 million man. He probably got already there.
Yep.
John. Does John never get another NFL job?
Nah, he's done. He's already too old, and ain't nobody gonna touch this. They're gonna blacklist him like they did Cap.
But the thing is, he's gonna write a book.
Say again?
He's gonna write a book.
Oh, he's writing a book. Tell it all. He's about to tell it all.
Money.
He about to tell it all.
He's gonna make money.
He about to tell us that Keyshawn was in the parking lot.
And the fact that he resigned, he was not fired. So I mean, hey,
he had no choice.
But what I'm saying is, for employment, like, you know what I'm saying, HR rules, he didn't get fired, so he's still eligible.
He still got
I think they made an under the table deal.
That's that good unemployment check right there, dog.
That part. That's what I'm saying.
You resign and just go ahead and fall on the knife of this. We'll settle this outside. You know what I'm saying? As far as the
USC about to hire him.
Contract.
Because at the end of the day, listen what I'm saying. Like, the NFL is a 3-letter. Is backed by their own shield. They have their own arbitrary. That's all I'm saying. They got to go through their own channels. They can't just go in there and touch these guys like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll probably have that on our Monday show. That's some bullshit.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I know.
Just like that.
They say if it smell like shit, look like shit, it's shit.
What it is.
I think Bill Belichick's next. I think you're about to get Bill Belichick next. Bill Belichick got that John Gruden face. I think Bill Belichick's next.
I can see that.
Nah.
Belichick probably got some emails off of there like, we need to get rid of these Mondays.
Belichick straight. That man comes on there with a hoodie. He says shit you can't understand. Man, that man probably got a flip phone, man. You couldn't get me to believe that. Now, when Brady left New England, he wanted to see in person. He said, call it. He ain't say send no email. Because one of the reasons why I am a fan of the Sports Chatter Show, because I am not going to put how I really feel in the group. Because why? You know what? You can pull it up. But I'm going to say what I got to say on this show, though.
Yes, indeed. Oh, damn. All day.
Man,
Be
it was
nice
a good
to
one,
you,
fellas.
Be nice.
Who got
Shout out time
got
with his
shout outs
Tyler
tonight?
Parkways.
Shout out to Pablo. Shout out to Pablo for everything he's done for me the last few months. Shout out to Pablo. Again, shout out to Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never shout my mom on the show, so I got to shout you out today. And also, shout out to Lamar Jackson, man. I don't know, man, but if you from where we grew up at and you ain't rooting for Lamar Jackson, put yourself in the trash can, man. No bull. Put yourself in the trash can. That man, talent-wise, just overall athlete, just what he does. It's unmatched. What he did last night is another stepping stone to why that man is nasty. And guess what? He's only playing for $1 million this year, man. He's giving you all this for $1 million base salary. Believe that.
Oh, you finished? Is it finished or you done? Man, you was putting me to sit there for a moment.
Oh boy.
Well, look, man, I don't rock for Lamar Jackson. What that dude? Who that dude is? They got knocked out. Wilder.
Deontay Wilder.
Don't rock with him either. But what I do rock is Sports Talk with Friends. So y'all can catch us tomorrow and the day after that. And the day after that, join our group Sports Talk with Friends. This is dude Uncle Leroy. Shout out to everybody. Till next time. What you got up there, Coach Lee? That's all the shout outs I got.
Appreciate you fellas, man. Appreciate the Tuesday. Tuesday been good to your boy today. It ain't over yet. Shout out to the La Familia. Appreciate y'all supporting me. Hey, shout out to Cowboy Nation, man. One game at a time. One game at a time.
See y'all in December.
December 2nd to be specific.
I better hope the game get canceled.
Because, man, if we go out there and blow y'all doors off, man, y'all might disband the group, man.
All Christmas gifts gonna go in the trash.
Hey, I'll be waiting.
Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in with us tonight. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this information with your friends and family members. Tune in tomorrow for the basketball show. Basketball season here real quick. They're already busting jumpers and doing jams. We see y'all tomorrow, 7:30 for the Number Basketball Show. We out. Peace.
Take care, Kyrie.